Good afternoon. Today is the 10th of September and here we are at the extremely noisy Concorde Classics Car Show at the Concorde Club. It is about a mile from Southampton Airport, used to be known as Eastleigh Airport. I actually walked here because it's a local show to where we live. It happens every September. Usually the weather's quite warm. Today it is not at all. It's raining, but the turnout has actually been really good. There's some really nice cars here. There are some of the sort of more, I don't know, attainable classics here, as well as some of the very exotic things and some really new supercars that we won't be maybe concentrating on so much, so I don't know anything about them. But welcome to part one of the Slightly Shambolic Shuffle. If I fall over, if I get things wrong, if I get interrupted by announcements, which unfortunately happens here all the time, and generally make a hash of it, I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we'll start with these Porsches. There's always quite a few Porsches here. Fortunately here we have like an information sheet that most of the cars actually have in the window, which is really helpful. So what's this? A 2013 911 and 991 Carrera 2. It's obviously autumn, isn't it, viewers? You can see the leaves are falling all over the cars. So, yes, I suppose it's nice. I mean, I've driven a 911. I don't think I'm really a 911 sort of person myself. They're very nice, but I think I'd be a bit scared to use it really on a daily basis. This is more like it though. This is a much older 911. Left-hand drive, 6970 registration. Most of the 911s in this country of this era seem to be left-hand drive now, if you go to the shows. If we actually see the information sheet through this steamed up window, no, we can't see it. Never mind. Local plate though, actually. Port's registration is BK. Also, a lot of cars after 74 have BK in this area, in Southampton, because they combined registration area and no longer had separate areas of Portsmouth and Southampton after that date. So this is I think a 996, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a Boxster. Again, I can just about read the information sheet. It's a 1999 996 Carrera 4. So it's similar to the one that I drove, which is a 2000 Carrera 2 Tiptronic, just a normal coupe with two-wheel drive. This is four-wheel drive. Ooh, a GT3 RS P911 AFT. I don't think that's original plate somehow, viewers. It's a 2010. It's a 997. This one will be very expensive. Is that standard? It might be, I suppose. And we got some fried egg headlamps going on. Original Boxster. This was an S of 2001. That is completely standard. It's ironically, it says not allowed out in the rain. I'm sorry to the owner of that car. What's happened today, that must be really, really unfortunate. I feel that myself as an enthusiast. 2006 987 Boxster S Sport Chrono Pack Plus, whatever that means. Short shift 6-speed gearbox. See how different the back ends are of the 987 and the earlier one. I can't remember what the model code for the original Boxsters was now. You can tell I'm not an expert on Porsches, viewers. I have driven a couple of them, but I wouldn't say I know much about them. 997 facelift. Carrera 2S Cabrio from 2010. 6 owners. It's 2010. That's quite a lot of owners. Is that normal? Anyway, let's go on something a bit more sort of traditional for shows. 1967 Ford Mustang. Now that does look rather nice. Again, we've got, 67, I was right. You can't read the rest of it because the information sheet's all steamed up. Well, 928. There might not even be any space for the information sheet actually in this car on the dash. I don't think there is any space for it. No, there isn't. So F. It's an auto, most of them were. It's an S4, so that's 88, 89 on an F. BMW M140i, I've driven one of it actually in this colour. It was tuned by Litchfield with 420 horsepower, the one I drove. That's on not very sensible second-hand reviews. if that sort of floats your boat, that kind of thing. I spent most of my time trying not to get caught by speed camera. 2004 Nissan 350Z. Do we have anything special on the information sheet? I can't actually read that. I don't know what it is about these, but I'd really quite like to have a go in actually one of those. It would be agreeable, I think. Ooh, a Mark IV Supra. Don't mind if I do. Jedi D. There is no death, only the Force. Interesting maxim for life, isn't it? Let's see, what is it? It's a 95, this one. Full history. I mean, that is quite nice. It looks actually relatively standard, that. Another 911, of course. This one's actually right-hand drive, which is unusual for one of those sort of air-cooled ones. Let's see what it shows, anyway. 79 Targa SC. A special order paint and interior from Porsche. It's like a sort of brown interior on this one. So we've got a very new Lexus. Forget what these are actually called. It's an RCF, sorry. RCF, this is the really fast one. It's 20, is that 18? Yeah, it's 18. Stock and standard, and actually that's rated 5 litre V8 with optional extra torque vectoring differential. I should have known it's called an RCF, look at the plate. What an idiot I am. Right, 911, very modern one, GTS, no information sheet, never mind. Let's, 911 Carrera GTS. If I can read it, it would help, wouldn't it? Oh, hello. Oh yes, we know this car, we've seen this many times before, and we actually had headlamp wiper action. Local plate to the area, TR. So, it's a 1988 was manufactured. It's actually a real special order, this one. It's a E30 325i Sport Tech 2. It's definitely not an E30 M3 because it's right-hand drive for a start. So what have we got? 5-speed close ratio, M Technic suspension, cold climate pack with heated wing mirrors, ABS, with the Australian dash protector. That was probably a good idea. It's 24 grand in 1988. That is a lot of money actually for the time, but that is rather nice. E30s, rightly classics, and there's two more here. Excellent. Let's have a look at this one then. I think again we've seen this one before. Hartger modified engine. Lots of Hartger bits of strut brace there as well. Ooh, Hartger sort of 1980s coach lines on it too. So what is it? I don't know. Gosh, it's actually got a Hartger model code, H27. I think I've heard of one of those before. So much more standard looking E30 here. 86, 87 registration on a D. Gentleman's been here a while, so he's having a little rest. 325i. Are those actually the original dealer plates? It might be. Yeah, can to be KL. There's a dealer sticker as well there. Much more modern 3 Series here. It's some kind of M3. Hello to Conx RBM on Instagram. Imagine that's, ooh, let's get this right, E92, I think. Oh yes, now this is better, isn't it? I think we maybe have seen this actually over at Nebworth House last month. 1988 Nissan Cedric Turbo Brougham VIP. Yes, absolutely. Would be on the 300C Owners Club stand, I should think. There we are, very nice. Not ever imported over here. They didn't actually import the shape of Cedric or 300C or whatever one you want to call it over here. They did have to import this shape because I actually filmed one of these, did a walk around of it at the Nebworth show last month. There's actually a video coming up on the channel where I did a full walk around it. I was not allowed to drive it, which is you know, a bit disappointing, but that was because of the rules of the show, where they didn't allow you to sort of have car movements around necessarily before a certain time. I just couldn't wait to actually that long. I had to get back to Eastleigh, so we had to just do a walk around. But yeah, it's an 86, so was the one I filmed. These are really rare cars. There's like single figures, I think, of the estate left, and low double figures of the saloons left in this country. So this one actually apparently spent time with the Japanese embassy in London, and diplomatic plates on it. I can understand that. It would have been very much that sort of car. But yeah, they are very interesting, these, and there will be a video on the silver one that I filmed coming up soon, also in 86. I think we'll go back here as well and have a look at a car that has a definite local connection to the area. So as I've said, the Eastleigh Airport, or what is now called Southampton Airport, is less than a mile from here if you walk. It's not very far, and this is a car that was built at one time at Eastleigh Airport. It's a Gordon Keeble. They weren't all built there. The very first one was built in Slough by Peerless. The later ones were built in Sholing. I think even later ones were built somewhere else. They didn't make a lot of them. The problem was with these cars is that they're fantastic. They're really well engineered. They've got a nice big V8 in them, but they had little sort of bespoke things that were unique to Gordon Keebles, and eventually people were waiting for the cars to be delivered, and they had really bad component shortages, and so they didn't get any money from the people actually picking them up, so the company went under several times. It's a shame, but that's a 66, that one on a D. But they are, yeah, they were built just down the road. This Mini we've seen, I think, before. I can't remember what show it was at. This is a 94. It's, again, a local car. CR was an old plate for Southampton back in the day, and this was registered just down the road in Chandler's Ford, a place called Rouse Garage. It doesn't actually exist anymore, but it was owned from the mid-90s by one person. And if we look at the back, actually, I think we've seen this before. We've actually got two stickers for Rouse Garage. One has the kind of post 1995 phone number on it from when the car was sold used, and then this is the original plate. There you go, from 1994, August 94. As you can see, it's not got a 1 and a phone number. Obviously these days the Southampton plates, the Southampton numbers are completely different, but that is it's wonderful. So really kind of family heirloom sort of condition and everything. It's only a Sprite, which was the base model at the time. And we've got another Mini from the same era, and it's not a 60s one, despite the grille and stuff like that. It's actually a 91-92. It's one of the early kind of continuation Coopers, which are launched around 1990 for our market. They've really gone to town a bit, look like a 60s, because they've got the older rear lights on them from the Mark IIs actually on this one. I think they actually lasted a little bit later, maybe just like about 78 maybe. And we've got a Cooper Sport, so very late Mini indeed. This will be from about 2000. Thank you, information sheet is right here. Yeah, October 2000, so right at the end of this one. The 500s were possibly even later, but this one is nice. Nice to see a collection of them here. Of course, 105E Anglia, 1960, so an early one. The Supers are 123Es, as people remind me. Restored by previous owners, standard engine in this one, so the first iteration of the Kent engine in one of these. It's not fall over here, viewers. Let's get that down here carefully. Another kind of car that you see at so many shows, a Beetle. This one looks very friendly actually, with little hooded headlamps. So 73 to 1300. That looks remarkably standard actually. It's even down to the little sort of bits of rust in the steel wheels. Very good. Oh, City E. Wow. Yeah, the condition of this is absolutely amazing. There's the original bill of sale from Man Egerton. Is there a date? Yes, it's March 83, this one. Just nothing, like nothing at all in there. Just no equipment whatsoever. Someone's very wisely fitted a overtaking mirror as well. That's something you can do for Minis, give you a bit more safety on the motorway. And the super cover sticker's still there. Good old super cover from the old Leyland Cars advert, which I'm not going to sing the theme tune to because I'm going to get a copyright strike if I do. It's probably best for all of your ears if I don't as well.
That one's my one, yeah.
Very late Mark 1 Golf here, 83, 84 registration. This, I don't even think it's a GTI, I think it's just a modified one, this one. So we've got the post-facelift rear lights on this one. The plates, I get a bit funny about cars with these sort of silver on black plates that are after 1973 because you're not technically supposed to have them. I get a bit funny about that. What have we got here? So this is the same deal here. So we've got the Mark II rear lights, or one that appeared on the Mark II, and a Mark II sort of badge, but this is a much later car than that. Much later, you can tell straight away by the doors. So it's a 94. And it's actually had a full restoration on it, and we've got all sorts of interesting bits in there as well. So we will just walk around here so we don't fall over people. Now this again is again a car that looks like a Mark II, but it's not. I mean, the registration numbers are dead giveaway. It's from sort of 84, 85 on a B. Again, the sort of doors like this appeared from the Mark III onwards. Again, we've got the older rear lights and the Mark II badge on, but and amber lights, but no. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, you know, modifying minis is something that's been happening forever. This actually was a Mayfair originally, so it's an 84. But it's actually had an engine upgrade to 1294cc. But Mayfair's originally would have been a 998cc engine at the time, so that's had a bit more performance added. TR6, again, we've seen a lot of these over the summer. This one's a 7071 on J, and we've got some really mean looking wheels on that. But yes, one of my favourite cars is here. I see this every time we come to Concorde Classics. It's a 7778 Triumph Dolomite Sprint, and it's not in the same colour as the one in the Professionals, but it looks very similar. It's the later one with the head restraints on the seats and things like that. I absolutely adore Triumph Dolomite Sprints, and the 1858 HLs as well are good, but I prefer the Sprints because I'm a massive Professionals fan. I went to a Professionals event actually last weekend. Triumph Spitfire 4, so this is a very early Spitfire. I imagine like 62, 63, yeah, 63 this one is. Oh hello, it's actually for sale. No phone number though, unfortunately, so we can't say the same thing we always do, which is this could be yours, because can't be yours if you can't phone the owner. This is another Dolomite Sprint. Obviously this has been modified a lot more than the other one, and actually it's had a different colour recently put on it. Gosh, and again another nice sheet here. It's a 76. It's been modified in the 80s. Jansby exhaust, lightened and balanced, had ported 185 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds. That's going to be a bit scary, viewers. It's not perhaps you know, what I'd be into myself, but there we go. This, however, I think I would be into it. This is a Renault 15. It's a 73 TS. I don't know if this is the same car that we saw at Nebworth House last year. It could be. It's quite an early one for this one of these. The 17 was the more powerful version and had a different side window treatment from these. But these are just stupidly rare anyway. Wow. Modern Mustang here. Someone's used some blue tack or something to put the information sheet on here. I'm going to have to read that, because again we've got a personal plate, so I'm not sure what year that is. It's 2017, there we go. Be the V8, won't it, because most of them are supercharged with very, very flashy wheels. So that's Z3 2000. One of this is a 3 litre. No, it can't be a 3 litre, it's not got the... oh, it is a 3 litre. I thought all 3 litres had a 6-speed gearbox. So 5-speed. Maybe the one I drove, it was also about this sort of age. That's had a 6-speed gearbox added later, or they changed the spec or something. This Civic we've definitely seen before. This is a one that appears a lot on the sort of local show circuit. If they have been kind enough, it might have written me a model code there.
Perfect.
EJ9, there we go, 98. It's actually the base model's a 1.4. Oh, a Maestro, yes please viewers. So, it's really like an L or something, I think, probably 1.6L. Oh, it's the automatic. Automatic as a trim was based on the L, but just says automatic rather than, I think, L, yeah. Not like the old Renault 5s were like that too. So I'm personally more a fan of something like a Mayfair or a Vandenpla, or maybe an SL or an LX, but that's good. Oh dear, we've got some bumper cracking going on, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm very fond of Maestros. I've driven 6 of them on my channel, and I can't get enough of them really. I prefer the Montego slightly, but that'll do, won't it? Also, something that will do nicely is this Jaguar Mark II 1965. Ooh. Yes, viewers, and we have a beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior. I was wondering how long it would be before I was going to see one of these, viewers, and the answer to my question has come. Mini pickup, 1978-79 on a T. Still with the original Mark 1 features like the pressed steel grille and exposed door hinges and the handles and the sliding windows. But the latest one of these I've seen is in 1983. I think they finished making them in 82 because they made a sort of metro-based pickup after that. But this is one of the later ones called the Mini 95. I don't know what 95 refers to. It's something like the power of the engine. Something as well we've seen here before is this rather lovely Lanchester from 1951, LD10. It's had a full restoration since being bought about 25 years ago. Yes, we do like that, viewers. We like that very much. We also like this RX-8. It's always at this show, actually. Every single year this one turns up. It's quite an early one. It's 2004, this one. Is it the... Yeah, it's a 231 version. There was a lower power version as well, but this is the 231. It's a nice colour. I'd say it's actually in really nice condition. They do have rather a reputation for rust and engine sort of problems and things. I have driven one of these, a much later one. I think the one I drove was a 2009, actually. So this is a lot earlier. They are good fun. The ride's very firm in them. They do handle well. But fuel consumption it's quite bad. So another 911 here. It's 2005. It's early 997. Sleevey. A lot of cloths coming out here to try to dry the cars off, which it's a bit of a shame, but there we go. Series 3 here. 1982 on an X, an 88-inch wheelbase. And then another 5-litre current generation Mustang. Black wheels this time, 2016. Another very sort of fast and expensive Ford, 1970-71 Ford Escort RS 2000. With a Type 9 5-speed gearbox in it. And we've got a, actually let's get this right. Oh, it's a Zodiac, excellent. So this is an executive, ooh. 65, yeah, gold lettering, so it's executive had all the extras basically. It was a very kind of late version of the Mark III. And a Capri, yes. Why not, viewers? There should be some other ones here as well. I'll find one later. Local plate Southampton, this one actually, OT. 1984, so it's probably definitely a 5-speed, this one with a Type 9, the same one as in that Escort. But it could be a special, I don't know. I can never remember how to tell the normal 5-speed injections from the special ones. Paris blue with the Brooklyn's Capri wheels, used every day and lives outside. Must be very good with, you know, cleaning it off then. 2-door Mark II Cortina 1600E. Gosh, I almost fell over there, viewers. There's always a possibility that happening. That bramble caught my leg. So this is a 69. The 600Es are much more common in four-door form. They did make two doors because this is one. They're much more common as four doors. Goodness me, look at this. Mark II Escort. I think this is the X-Pack body kit on this. You can get an X-Pack body kit on a Capri as well. I think this is what this one is. I don't know what actually this is. It says X on it. Yeah, that's a good giveaway, isn't it? So what engine that has, I don't know. And then yes, a Fiesta SX. It's I think a 1.3 these were. Yeah, it's a 1.3. It's the HCS or Valencia. It's closely related to the Kent engine. I've driven one of these actually. It wasn't an SX, it was a Flight, which is a little bit more similar to a Gear, but similar wheels, if not identical to this. So this is a 1991. Yeah, loads of special editions, of course, on a Mark III Fiesta, and they made them until '97, as the Classic once the Mark IV came in '95. So more Ford Cortina 1600E goodness on an F, so 1967-68. So this one, yeah, it's a 68. What's the name of the colour around here? Aubergine. Excellent. Actually, the paint's beading really well on that. It's 1990 Ford Escort XR3i, so one of the very last one of these on an H, so late in the 91. The Mark V came out about the same time as this, so that's one of the sort of later ones. The very late XR3i's like this one have different wheels from most of them. Let's get this right, viewers. Let's get this wrong, because I will be killed in the comment section if I get this wrong. Skyline GTT. Interesting. Those headlamps, I'd say it's an R34. So it's a 99, yeah, on a T. Another Jaguar Mark II. This time in a very agreeable shade of green. This is the 3.8. A manual 3.8. VW MOD. Why is it called an MOD? Does that mean it was supplied to the MOD originally or something? They've got loads of modifications on here. Vented disc brakes, LED lights, different seats, delayed wash wipe. That's interesting. I don't think you could fit something like this. And we got a Marcos with a V8 engine and some, I think those are Fiesta door handles or Escort door handles on this. It doesn't say what year this is. It's a Mantara, yeah. It's got the Rover V8 in it. 3.9 litre. No, it doesn't tell what year it is. Never mind. Oh, another 350Z. That one's probably had some wild modifications to it. Wheels on Film. That's a good Instagram name, isn't it? Ooh, an Interceptor. Very nice. Someone's left the door open for me to have a look inside as well. Mark I Interceptor. That's a very, very bright colour, isn't it? Wow. Oh yes, I remember watching Car SOS on this. What's it? 68. So yeah, it's quite an early one. It came out in 66, I think. They replaced the CV8, and of course, I suppose if you want to find out more about it, you can just watch Car SOS, which I did many years ago, I think, on this. 2013 replica Cobra. Tell me what sort of company made this. No, hello. There's a very sporting bear in there as well, just like outside. Sporting bear. So are here, and we'll have a look at what they've actually got, maybe in the second part. AK Cobra 98. Donor car was an XJ6. XJ6 has made donor cars for so many of these kind of sort of kit car type things.
Sorry?
That's what's an 87? 65 Cobra replica. Factory 5 Racing Mark III Roadster. I heard of that one. It's 2007, okay.
he's a good driver, but yeah.
I bet that's got a lot of power, and a day like today, the back end will be a little bit on the loose side. It's the Pilgrim Silo. A lot of interesting names, don't they? All these different sort of kits that you can get. Replica Cobras. It's a 2000, but it's got a 82, 83 plate on it. Anyway, that's enough for part one. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video in the comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for more incorrect information.